Hey guys, my name is Nshuti Erica, and welcome to yet another podcast of Erica Unscripted. So, today we are going to be discussing how you can find out if your man is using you. And to be plain, this is how you can find out if you are attractive for fun or for keeps. I'm sorry, but someone had to say it. Tip number one, and I know some of you might think this is like crazy of me to say, but I am a strong believer of if I'm not the first thing on your mind in the morning when you wake up, then clearly I'm not a priority, and the whole point of being together is we have to prioritize one another. So, what I'm trying to say is if I'm not the first thing on your mind, like if you wake up and you don't instantly think, oh, Erica, then we're going to have a problem. See where I'm going? So if you wake up in the morning and you say your prayers like a good boy, you brush your teeth like a good boy, I need to at least be number three, if not number two, you know? So prayers, Erica, brush the teeth, then breakfast. Guys, honestly, in all seriousness, like if you're not the first thing on that man's mind when he wakes up in the morning, then you're probably wasting your time. Like he needs to check in on you in the morning and be like, hey babe, how did you sleep? Check if you're feeling good that morning in general. I feel like for me it speaks volumes. And you guys might say, oh Erica, that's such a small thing. But remember, babe, the small things are always the most important. Always pay attention to the small things. So if he has been texting you in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And then all of a sudden, those patterns have changed. Oof, child, then there's a problem. Another thing you can look out for is when you guys decide to spend time together, but during the time you're together, it feels like you're alone. You know, for instance, I have come to chill with you at your house and we're just on our phones, or we are laying in bed in the morning and you're just checking your Instagram. He's also just doing his own thing, or you are like sat and you're waiting for him to give you that morning bang bang, if you know what I mean. And he's just not into it. Like he's just like on his phone, on calls with his friends. Or when, oh my God, this is the worst. When you go to his house and he invites friends over, like, bro, what the I came here so that we can have quality time. Tell me why the he invited James, Peter, and Paul. Why? Sorry, I did not mean to quote like Bible names, but tell me why did you invite them? This is just crazy. So for me, I feel like if I'm to spend time with you and I feel alone, it's time to cut that tie because yeah, there's nothing worse than being with someone and feeling like you're not with them. It makes no sense. Such a sad life. So another thing you can look out for is when they consistently gaslight you. And I had an ex that used to do this nonsense. Like I'm telling you, I would post an Instagram picture and this man would think that it's about another man. Like he would zoom into the picture to find reasons to just ruin my day. He would spiral, like he would literally just spiral over nothing. So for me, I feel like if they always gaslight you, for instance, like if you put on like a really nice dress and they're like, why are you wearing that? You're wearing that for the attention of men, ABCDFG, that's an indicator to leave that man. Because the moment you come at me with that nonsense, what do you mean I'm wearing that to get attention of men? Are you mad? I'm wearing this because I want to look sexy. I'm wearing this because I want this for myself. Since when did it become about men? The world does not revolve around the male gender. I'm sorry. Like, can you just relax? Yeah, and another perfect example of gaslighting is when they tell you or they constantly remind you, "Ugh, I don't know why you take me for granted. Do you know how many other girls want me?" Like he looked you in the face and had the guts to tell you about how much other girls want him. Is he mad? Like, come on, if I slap you, move with that nonsense. Like that type of nonsense will not fly over here. For me, my loves, if a man even has the guts to open that mouth of his and say, do you know how many other girls want me? Or do you know A, B, C, D, F, G? Oh, I got this message. Dude, you're with me. Why are you even texting other girls at this point? Or why are you entertaining messages from them? Tell me why. And also, why do you feel so comfortable to tell me this? So, in your tiny mind, you sat down and you were like, okay, let me gaslight her by saying A, B, C, D, F, G. What do you think that's going to achieve? Do you think it's going to make me look at you differently? Or like, I'm sorry, but like, no. The minute a man says that nonsense to me, pack my bags and go. Pack your bags and leave, babe. Why are you there? Another thing you can look out for is if he stops being consistent. Okay, like if his behavior stops being consistent. Now, this goes back to the first tip I said, like texting me in the morning. Like if you've had that pattern of texting, then it shouldn't be an issue. But like if you are not consistent with the energy you started with when you were trying to get me, then we're going to have issues. And for me, I feel like that's also like another pointer that this nigga is wasting time. For instance, like if he has been regular with his texts, regular with date night. Let's say you guys go out 2 times in a week, like he takes you to a nice dinner, fine dining, and all that. And then all of a sudden, after you have become his girly, he's acting fresh, he's acting sass. You don't understand why he's not texting you constantly. You don't understand why you're not doing date night anymore. Like maybe you do date night, but it has to be you, like, hinting on the fact that you need to like go out and do wholesome activities. The energy does not match the way he started, then that's already an issue. You have to be consistent in life, even with businesses and with anything we put our energy to. We all know that if you want something to succeed, you have to be consistent. So, yeah, that's another indicator that this man is probably like just using you because now he has you and he's not feeling the need to maintain the energy. Another thing that can show you if this nigga is just playing around is when he texts you when it's convenient for him. Not even just texts, he only reaches out when it's convenient for him. For instance, if someone texts you at 2 a.m. in the morning, like you had the whole 24 hours to text me, nothing. Now you're back home in your bed, bored, you are horny. Now you feel the need to like reach out and be like, hey, what's up? I miss you. I'm so turned on, but like such nasty messages, like such weird texts at this ungodly hour. You're now telling me how you like are thinking about me just because it's convenient for you. That shit ain't flying with me, and it shouldn't fly with any of you. Another thing you can look out for, my queens, is when they make you question your worth. And you have to be careful, listen to this properly. When a man makes you question your worth, it's giving manipulation. He has literally manipulated his way into your mind, into your heart, into your panties, and now he's making you question your worth. For instance, like the things you deserve are an issue. I'm sorry, but I come from a household where my father made sure I got everything I wanted, so I come from a home with such values. So, as my man, if the values my dad has instilled in me, you cannot reflect. I'm sorry, but yeah, you gotta go. Don't ever question your worth and don't ever tilt your crown because of a man or because of anyone. Don't you ever tilt your crown and forget your worth. Okay? There's this quote I like. It says, know your worth and add tax. And whatever that looks like for you, do that. Okay, so another thing you can look out for is if the gestures they make come at a cost. Let's say they make like big gestures, like maybe they buy you this gift, so they buy you this and it comes with conditions. I'm not here for that conditional bullshit. If a man ever tells you, I'm going to get you this, but in return, what? In return, what? If the gestures they make always come, you always feel like, yeah, he does all these big things, but in return, he wants something, then you know that man is not serious with your heart. Because a man who is really serious with your heart and is really like interested in being with you will do those big gestures without even wanting anything from you. You get what I mean? Another indicator on how to know if this man is not for you or if this relationship is not for you is when you always feel the need to get something in return for your time. I'm sorry, but my loves, if you are genuinely in love with someone or if you genuinely like someone, you will not feel the need to ask for compensation afterwards. Like time with them will feel wholesome and fulfilling and enough, but the moment you always feel like, okay, well, Sam wants to see me or Peter wants to see me, but I want something in exchange for my time, then the moment your gut is telling you, go to him, but make sure he gives you something. No, then because our guts always tell us what our hearts don't want to hear. So your gut will literally warn you and be like, babes, I know you're delusional right now and you think this man is for you, but if you're to go, at least make sure he does A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But if you love someone, in my opinion, genuinely and truthfully, you won't feel the need to ask them for things in return. And I'm talking out of experience because recently I had this guy that blew me away, swept me off my feet, and time with that man was incredible, to say the least. Like, I had the most fun with this guy. We had like the most precious and beautiful relationship, and not once did I feel like I had to be compensated for my time, or like um, I never felt the need to ask him for anything because I was genuinely into it. So I feel like that's an indicator. Another thing you can look out for, my queens, is when they consistently make you feel like you're in a chokehold. Like you feel like you can't leave or you can't breathe without them. And I know some of you might say, oh, but Erica, that's how you know if you're in love with someone. Yeah, true, if he feels the same. But if he does not feel the same and is doing all the rubbish I have stated before, then, babes, that's an indicator that this man is not serious. Like, he's not the man for you. Because if you constantly like feel lost or irritated when they are not texting you, or when they are not checking up on you, or when they're not doing what they used to do before, he has you in a chokehold. He has manipulated his way into your heart. Okay? And now, the fact that he finally has you, whatever that means, he will like pull back so that now you crave more of him. This is what they do. And trust me, I know. As sad as that sounds, I can relate to this. Yes, I can relate because, oh, it's been hard. It's been hard, but when a nigga texts you and you quickly want to like run and text him back, and you quickly want to do things for him, like you want to run errands for him, you want to like do research for him, then you know this man has in a chokehold. Like he has some sort of power onto you. And for me, that's unhealthy. Like you should have the power to control yourself and your mind. Only you. No one else should have that amount of power over you. So if a nigga always makes you feel like, like you can't breathe without them, or you can't do things without them, or you always want them. I mean, it's okay, but at the same time, no, 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 no. Another way you can find out if this man is, not your ideal partner is when you always feel uncomfortable to communicate your needs and wants. For me, I feel like as human beings, we always know what we want in life, and we always have to find ways on how to get there. But if you're with someone and you always feel uncomfortable when it comes to sharing what you want, or how you want the relationship to go, or how you want them to treat you, or how you want them to, or what you want them to do differently. I feel like for me, that's a problem from the get go. Like if I'm too scared, or if I feel uncomfortable to tell you simply because I don't know how you'll feel or react, then that's a problem. you know I feel like if we are to be in a relationship, it should be a safe space. It should be a relationship of nurturing and caring and wholesomeness. We should be able to uplift one another. So if I communicate to you how I feel, and even before I communicate, I always feel like uncomfortable and scared to tell you, then that's an indicator that something is not right with this guy. Like, why do I feel uncomfortable? Like, why am I feeling this feeling of uncertainty and uncomfort? Then something is wrong. So another thing that you could potentially look out for is when you don't feel celebrated enough in this relationship. And I'm not talking about gifts now. I'm talking about when you achieve something in your career. It could be like a job promotion, or you actually got the gig you've always wanted, and you don't feel like he's celebrating you enough. Like you don't feel the congratulations coming from him. You only feel like he's upset or sad or annoyed about your achievement. That's an indicator. I mean, he might be good at celebrating your body, but he also needs to be good at celebrating your achievements. Okay? Like, you're a queen. You need someone that's going to uplift you, that's going to tell you you're on the right path, like what you're doing is good. If a nigga is not doing that, I'm sorry, but he gotta go. That's an indicator right there. Don't be attractive for fun, be attractive for keeps, babe. This is another one. If they give you enough to keep you, but they don't give you enough for you to grow. For instance, if he gives you money to go shopping, cool, yes, whatever, I'm going shopping, buy things, perfect. Or even an allowance, fine. But when you say, baby, I need X and Y and Z to invest in my business, and then they start acting sus, then you know that this man does not want to see you succeed. He does not want to see you elevate and be a boss babe, because he wants to just give you enough to keep you around his finger for you to always come back. That is not going to fly over here, my loves. Always look out for that. If he gives you enough to just keep you around, but doesn't give you enough for you to like grow, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That is a big problem right there. If you agree, leave a comment down below saying, I agree with that. When you post a very nice picture of yourself, and this man has not been texting you, he has not been reaching out, he has not been checking in on you, but he knows you exist. But the minute you post a hot picture, he instantly DMs you, or he instantly likes the picture on your story, and he instantly comments on it. Dude, why are you giving me instant gratification when you haven't been like reciprocating this energy in the messages or in the relationship. Like if we are together or if you are trying to pursue me, I don't want that small boy energy of instant gratification. I have other followers for that. If I've chosen you to be my man, I don't want that energy of just instantly gratifying my pictures just because you think I look hot and now you're just going to slide into the DMs. Yet you've been ghosting me. Yet you've been acting like I don't exist. Like, are you mad? Like, did they drop you as a child? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Trust me, it's good to get, like, obviously gratification or like a comment or two from the man that you like. But if he's been ghosting you and acting like an idiot, and now all of a sudden he's acting like, oh my God, you're so hot. Oh my God, A, B, C, D, F, G. You're not the man for me, because clearly you're only reaching out because you see what you're missing out on. You see that I look hot and now you want to like come back and mark your territory. No, it doesn't work like that. If you've decided to ghost, just ghost and stay a ghost. It's sad because as females, we catch feelings and it's really hard for us to um, break free of those feelings once we have caught them. It's really hard for us to get over these men once we are like deep in it. And I'm talking out of experience because I have been down that road one too many times. So I know exactly how it feels. But for your own growth and personal betterment and your mental stability, you need to understand that this man is not commenting because he really loves you. He's only commenting because he wants your attention in that period of time, just because he has seen that you look hot, and he's now marking his territory so that if any other guy DMs you, you instantly think of, oh my God, how is he going to feel if I respond to this man? Or how is he going to feel if I now start entertaining other potential suitors? Well, thank you for watching, my queens. I hope you picked up one or two things from this video that will help you be better and do better for yourself, because it's important to have our mental health in check for our personal growth and well-being. So if you have a man that's acting weird, implement some of the few methods I've talked about and let me know how it goes. As always, I'm your host, Erica. Thank you for watching Erica Unscripted. I will be posting new videos every Monday and Friday. So stay tuned and subscribe and don't miss out on anything love and light. Mwah.